aboard! All aboard! Ah, well, hello there. So, you're getting on this train, huh? You know, I've been conducting this train for a good couple of years now. Been through a lot with her. I remember the "I got nothing up my butt" incident back in 2019. There was also the Florida man who threw a Bible at a police officer. Oh, and don't get me started about the year 2020. Oh, boy. Ah. So listen, if you're new here, I gotta read this this piece of paper for you. It's sort of a legal thing, you know. Here we go. Warning. The following show may feature some adult language and adult scenarios that are not suitable for those under the age of 18 to 21 years old. If you are under this age, please consult your parents and or legal guardians for permission to listen to this show. Listener discretion is strongly advised. Well, with that out of the way, will you still be getting on? Excellent. Well, let me just punch your ticket for you. And welcome to Trademark's Trainwreck. Good evening, passengers, and welcome to tonight's episode of Trademark's Trainwreck, a show featured on Celestia Radio, all fandom, all the time. And Trademark flubbed up the intro right from the word go. It's a good night, everybody. How we doing? Well,
If you're part of a Venom symbiote, do you have to poop?
These are the hard-hitting questions that my co-host Greymane offers us on these nights. We are expected to have...
It's a valid question.
Yes, it is. We are expected to have Fanny and Sherlock at some point. They're probably going to jump in whenever. So, Greymane, we've been talking a little bit off the air just to get some things off our chest. Any of that you want to talk about on air, perchance?
Not really. I could rant about the doctor who told me that there was a work shortage, but I don't want to go down that rabbit hole because we'll both be frothing at the microphone for 20 minutes. So yes. No.
For those unaware, and no, I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole. I'm just going to give the briefest bit of context. For those who are unaware, fucking Google the term "nobody wants to work anymore." And those of you who are a sane human being, who is, well, you'll get it once you fucking Google that phrase. Needless to say, it's a fucking aggravating phrase that really shows you the state of American capitalism, which I know shit for dick about.
We are big capitalist country.
Yes. Other than that, I don't really have much to discuss right away. At least nothing I can really think about. I mean, I did get the new MLP Transformers crossover comic, which is still about as stupid as you think it is.
Well, I mean, there are people that expect media like that to be like stunning. This is an absolute fantastic crossover. And no,
it's not.
That's not what not what that was all about.
My expectations are firmly placed in reality.
I have run into very few crossover comics, which I liked. Sometimes, when you get in two established groups and you do a crossover, then it works okay, especially if it's in the same universe. It's when you do it across multiple universes is when it gets really, really weird. Yeah. Because each universe is written with its own rules. And here you've got one group that is part of this universe that has their own rules, and they run this way, and then all of a sudden they're in another universe, and they have to play by different rules. Yeah,
I'm amazed that the Transformers have gotten so ballsy to cross over in so many dimensions, because they have crossed over with Star Trek, which was the first one, the original series in cartoon format specifically, the cartoon series. There was Ghostbusters, which that one was actually pretty fucking great from what I remember. The next one was Terminator, which it had its ups and downs. And the one after that, there's MLP and Back to the Future.
I don't know.
Like I said, my expectations are placed in reality. I'm not expecting amazing combinations. I'm just expecting a dumb, self-contained story that's like, okay, but what if?
And that's really where it should be placed as expectations. They should be firmly be placed in the category with, like, I don't know what DC called it, but Marvel did actually call it. Was it What If?
Yeah,
the Marvel What Ifs, and some of those were fantastic. Some of those were just horribly funny. Like there was one that was an entire. It was nothing but a universe of superheroes. Okay,
oh, yeah.
And they were destroying the city yet again, and they're like, guys, do we really have to keep doing this? I don't know. Ask the other 10 superheroes over there. It was actually really funny, but like I said, there are people that expect these to be scintillating things, and I've never seen them as such. That I've always seen them as campy What If, and that's for my money, that's the way they should remain.
Mm-hmm. Plus, there are those interesting ideas, not necessarily a crossover, but like someone from a different company taking on a property that isn't theirs, like the Just Imagine series from Stan Lee. Just imagine Stan Lee creating Aquaman, Batman, Superman, that sort of thing.
It would be interesting, to say the least. It really would.
Yeah, fuck.
Sadly, we'll never see that anymore, but okay.
Yeah.
I miss him.
Let me
sort of don't miss him, but there's a whole another story behind that.
Let me just tell you what Just Imagine Batman is. First of all, his name is Wayne Williams.
Okay.
He's a superhero and a wrestler.
Okay.
And his costume is literally a Batman.
Okay. So he's closer to Man-Bat than anything.
Pretty much.
All right.
Let me just show you Greymane. And for those who are
Fledermaus. They're Fledermaus. He's a darkly colored Fledermaus.
Yeah, the costume for Just Imagine Batman took on very more animalistic properties. Like, really emphasized the bat part of the name.
Oh my god, those ears.
Yeah, right.
Oh jeez.
But yeah, basically, there's still the format of his parents are dead. He was framed for a crime he didn't commit, and he befriended a scientist who teaches him how to develop his mind as well as sewing and bodybuilding. And then he became a wrestler.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really fucking weird, but that's the thing I love about comics. It's nice to see, like, it's nice to see properties crossing over that otherwise wouldn't be done in, like, say, television or something. And it's also interesting to see certain ideas take flight. Certain ideas. Some ideas don't deserve to take flight. Those who are curious what kind of ideas those are, Marvel. Need I say more?
One, I have a hard time with the fact that they rename characters due to litigation. It really pisses me off.
Yeah.
Because I grew up with Captain Marvel. He was Captain Marvel. Shazam was the name of the damn wizard.
Mm-hmm.
But on the subject of TV not wanting to take on these things, okay? One, that's been the way for I don't know how long, okay? TV doesn't want to take a chance. They don't want to take a chance on anything. And the funny thing is, for all their warts, and they do have warts, the CW seems to be slightly immune to that. Okay, we're going to grumble about the CW. I know we are, because we grumble about them because they have some really serious issues. But the point is that they take chances that other TV and media stations won't take. Okay? There is nobody, okay, in a standard station really that would have ever taken on like Black Lightning. Okay? Ever. For a lot of different reasons that we're not going to go into.
Yeah.
But the point is that they took chances. And that's what I like to see. I like to see people take chances. Do a one-off with a really goofy superhero. Okay? Do an NC-17 with Moon Knight. Okay? Because you would never get Moon Knight past the ratings. Okay?
Oh.
You would never be able to do it. He's that batshit. But yeah, just try something. Oh, we can't. All the things are made. We can never make them, so we need to do reboots. No, you don't. Stop rebooting shit.
We need to do reboots, and we also gotta appeal to the loudest demographics and all that shit.
Oh, God. Yeah, the loudest demographics, not the biggest.
Yeah,
okay?
Exactly.
That's another one that just,
Yeah, we could gripe about the CW. Suffice to say that, in spite of some of the good things that they've done, and yes, they've done some
ton
good
of
things.
Horrible shit.
They've done way much more horrible shit. Like, here's an example. I've never watched The Flash, either the old series or the new one, or recent one rather. But I have seen clips of Mark Hamill as the Trickster. Totally not the Joker. No. He's the Trickster in the old, 1990 series, and then they brought him back as the same character because they're doing timelines and alternate dimensions and shit. So he's reprising his role as... Well, he reprised his role as the Trickster. This episode probably came out fucking years ago. I don't remember when. But either way, that's cool. That's a cool idea. It's a nice shout out to the old fans. But then there's all the other shit that goes on, not just in The Flash, but in the other shit. But I'm not gonna ramble about that shit all night because
we would be going still. We'd be filling up 200 gig of space on your recorder.
Yeah.
Everything from the nobody ugly is allowed to be on the show. Ugh. To taking mainstream characters and doing things that they would have never ever done. It's just the CW's got some real problems.
They've got some real problems, but we're not going to talk about the CW's problems. We're going to talk about everyone else's problems.
We're going to talk about real problems.
Yeah. Because that's the name of the game on Trademark's Trainwreck. We're a show featured on Celestia Radio, when we talk about all the dumb internet news that I pick up over the course of a week or so. And the format is, of course, as follows. We're going to have the softcore material in just a bit after a short music interlude. Then, after another musical interlude, we take the hardcore material, which is all the really dumb shit that I've uncovered. In the meantime, I think we're going to get that first music break going. Get the other co-hosts in here whenever they are ready to go. So in the meantime...
We'll untangle them from the net.
Untangle them from the net. In the meantime, you're listening to Trademark's Trainwreck, a show featured on Celestia Radio, all fan all time. Except when Shirley just literally popped in as we were saying that.
Oh, well, he's capable. He gets himself out of the net every so...
Shirley, say some parting words for the audience.
I don't have to help him.
I got nothing.
Good enough.
You know what? A poop cooling tube for your PC is not going to work. And no, I'm not kidding. Go look that up on YouTube. Somebody did it.
I don't want to know. Welcome back, everybody, to Trademark's Trainwreck on Celestia Radio, all fandom all the time. This is Uncle Trademark saying, don't listen to Greymane.
Would he be Grunkle Greymane?
Hey, you know what? I don't have anything to do with alternate. Well, as far as I know, anyway. Alternate universes or odd machines or odds happening. I don't run a mystery shack anywhere. Although I kind of would like to run a mystery shack. That would be kind of fun.
That would be cool.
I'm more referring to the colloquial term of just great uncle.
In either case, let us start the show proper. It's time for the softcore material.
I do have some amusing jokes for us.
Sure, let's start off with one of those.
So, I found out recently, now, it'll be slightly political only because Vice President Harris said it.
Well,
she's probably been one of the first politicians to make a point that internet infrastructure should be considered a necessity for any civilized society.
Yes.
So, basically, the idea to, get those fibers and cables out to the rural areas. Basically, she said it's critical to infrastructure, and then not 30 seconds later, Spectrum in the ISP Spectrum put a 30-cent critical to infrastructure charge on your bill.
This does not surprise me.
I also found out some great news.
All right.
According to an overall bit of data, roughly 50% of all adults in the United States have been vaccinated.
All right.
Yes, we reached the 50% mark just today.
We reached the 50% mark, which is great. And hopefully, by September, we'll hit the last 7% of adults. Because let's be honest, folks, anyone who is refusing to get a vaccine is a fucking child.
Well, on that...
And I did hear something really funny. This might be on your show, Trade, so forgive me. I heard about a woman in Florida who got butt naked and gave police a high-speed pursuit somewhere in Florida. And I was just thinking to myself, God, that's probably a code 1 in Florida.
I didn't hear about that
all
one.
All cars, we have a code 1. Oh God, we got another woman high off her ass, butt naked, stealing a car and leading everyone on a high-speed chase. Copy that, we got code 1 on our way.
Or as I like to call it, Tuesday. Anywho. On that note, let's start the show proper with... Oh boy. We got surveillance video showing a robbery suspect doing his thing, and it's all fine and dandy until he attempts to fist bump the store clerk.
Wow.
What?
Not sure if this is under the category of the balls on this guy or your manners are misplaced. We have video of this, by the by, for those who are curious.
Read the room. Read the room, man.
This comes from Houston, Texas, where we have a strange case. Houston police are asking for the public's help in identifying a robbery suspect who was caught on surveillance video trying to fist bump a store clerk after taking money. $200 to be precise. This happened on Saturday, May 1st at a cell phone store located in the 2800 block of Collingsworth Street.
Never heard of it.
The male suspect and a female accomplice reportedly admitted to the purchase of a cell phone using a debit card that was declined. They left the store after the attempted purchase. The pair returned to the store around 6 p.m. for the robbery. The suspect appeared to be extremely agitated and was demanding his money back. Surveillance video shows him reach toward the back of his waistband, making the employee believe he had a weapon. Video shows him yelling, demanding the employee give him $200. Give me my money, man, I don't play, the suspect demands. Sorry, Gray, what was that?
No, I'm just grumbling.
The female accomplice stood next to the suspect, helping him demand money from the employee. After the suspect was given the money he was demanding, surveillance video shows him attempt to shake the employee's hand and give him a fist bump. To no one's surprise, the cell phone store employee did not take him up on the offer. Yeah, this one goes into the category of read the room. To my knowledge, the man has not been caught yet, so those of you in the Houston, Texas area, the pair is described as a bald African-American man with a white goatee wearing a white shirt and camo shorts, and the woman wearing a black jacket and blue shirt. So, read the room. Read the room. Just read the room. You're coming in to basically forcibly get your refund. But then you fucking yeah, this is short, sweet, and to the point, but just the brass balls on these two to pull this shit. Yeah, moving right along. Footloose and fancy free. Moving right along. Oh boy, this next one. This next article. This is less short, but it is not short on stupid.
We're never short on stupid. Ever.
No. We have a domestic dispute here. What do you think the domestic dispute is here, ladies and gentlemen? Just take a wild guess.
Pudding.
Nope. Sherlock?
Guess on what? Did you say domestic?
Yes. Guess what this domestic dispute is about. Go on. Guess.
Drugs.
No.
McNuggets?
Nope. Well, boys, this dispute was sparked by a turtle.
A turtle. Tortoise or turtle?
Okay.
Turtle. Domestic turtle dispute is diffused by Ohio police. This happened.
Those are words I've never think I'd hear, but okay.
Yep. So, this happened on May 20th, 2021, when a family dispute over custody of a pet turtle required police intervention. Cops were called that Tuesday morning to an Ohio residence to deal with competing claims on an African side-neck turtle. Devin Stogg, 28, told deputies that he left the turtle with his parents when he went out of town for a few days with his girlfriend. Devin stated that he was now there to retrieve the turtle, with his parents refusing to return the turtle to him. Stogg claimed that he had receipts for when he purchased the turtle, and also had photos of him and the turtle on Instagram. The image of the turtle is probably somewhere in the video right now, but for my co-host here, I can't provide it to the audio-only version of the show, but it's about what you'd expect. I can't really describe this.
It looks like a turtle.
It's a turtle.
It's a turtle.
It's a turtle.
Now, yeah, I mean, turtle or tortoise. I mean, I remember that episode in LP, but yeah, it's in the water, so it's turtle.
Yeah.
Tortoises are strictly land-based critters.
Mm-hmm. So, Stogg's parents gave cops a different account of why they were caring for the turtle, who is not named in the sheriff's report. Thanks. Quote, both advised their son had requested the couple keep his turtle as he was going to be incarcerated and unable to care for the turtle. Eh?
Wait, what?
According to jail records, Stogg was arrested in late February on misdemeanor assault and domestic violence counts and was subsequently freed on $4,100 bond.
Okay,
Okay, I'm not sure if there's a connection.
Something here went translated wrong.
Yes, this sounds like a miscommunication issue. But wait, there's more. Stogg's mother told cops that the turtle was in poor health when the couple began caring for the pet and, quote, had to receive medical attention. Ah, well, there's your reason. Additionally, Stogg's parents said that their son, quote, was aware the couple was going to keep the turtle permanently. Okay, that's where this is a combo of poor pet ownership and miscommunication between owner and co-owners, I'll say. The domestic dispute ended with the turtle remaining with Stogg's parents, and after Stogg's mother declared that her son was not permitted at the residence, deputies advised Devon he is no longer welcome on his parents' property. Stogg, cops added, then departed the area without incident. Yeah, Stogg left without any incident or his turtle.
Turtle, mate. I mean, for Christ's sake, I'm remembering like the whole blow up with Nixium. Is that his name?
Who?
He's a YouTube personality. He's kind of a douchebag. And
you're gonna have to narrow that
you
down.
have no idea how that narrows it down.
How little that narrows it down. But I think his name is Nixium. No, not Nixium. Onision.
Okay.
He had a pet. There was this blow up with him because he had a pet turtle as well, and he took it outside his backyard to let it roam around, and then in his infinite logic to keep it from wandering off too far, he put it under a big Tupperware and cooked it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, well done, you fucking moron. All this over a fucking turtle. When you blow up so bad over a turtle that your parents are like, get the fuck out, you know that you're a loser. Just accept the fact that you're a loser and get the fuck out. Get a new turtle. Call it Turtle 2.
Good lord, it's not like turtles are rare things either.
No, you can probably get them for like, I don't know, maybe. I don't want to lowball it and make it sound incredibly easy, because it's probably not.
It depends on whether the store sells them or something. You don't want to. I'm not sure you'd want to buy a second-hand turtle, and you definitely don't want to go out picking up turtles out of the environment.
All right,
you really don't.
Okay, so most cost of a turtle, I mean, the turtle alone, if you've got the aquarium set up and all the stuff, $30.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Okay. Next. Speaking of domestics, we go from talking about a ridiculous subject to a ridiculous weapon. I believe,
okay.
I don't know if we've discussed about this particular quote-unquote weapon being used in a domestic before, but just... this is wasteful. This is so wasteful.
Uh-oh.
Father hits daughter in face with pizza.
Okay, now if it's piping hot, like fresh from the goddamn, heat bag Domino's has, that's not cool.
No, because that's like boiling grease is what that is.
Yeah, that hurts like a motherfucker.
Yeah, it does.
Well,
but also this isn't the first pizza attack we've had.
Oh no,
there was at least one during the pre-YouTube days.
Yeah, I remember that incident.
But I think this is the first time it's been used as in a domestic dispute.
Well, let me take.
No, because I think the old one was she was living with the guy.
Yes, she was.
But no,
it was pretty much like. Anyway, semantics aside, let's talk about this fucking incident. Let's talk about what drove a father to hit his child in the face with food. May 24th, a Florida man, ding ding.
Ding ding.
He pretty much struck his daughter in the face with a slice of pizza on May 23rd, resulting in his arrest for battery.
Yeah, that's about right.
Cops responding to a disturbance call at the victim's Vero Beach home discovered the 20-year-old with, quote, what looked to be tomato sauce on the left side of her face, end quote. It's Two-Face, but with pizza sauce. Pizza face. Anyway.
Pizza the Hut.
What happened to him? He got locked in a car and he ate himself to death.
Inside the residence's front door, the ground was, quote, covered with pizza toppings. The victim told police that her father, Tyler Warden, 41, came to her home Sunday afternoon to drop pizza off. But when she
it's not even his house. Okay.
No. But when she told Warden that she was not feeling well and asked him to leave, he began arguing with her. When the woman sought to close the front door, Warden allegedly threw a pizza slice at his daughter, striking her in the face. After the woman called 911, cops arrived at the residence and questioned Warden, who admitted throwing the pizza, but he claimed he thought the door was shut at the time. An officer noted that he detected a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage on Warden's breath. Warden was arrested for battery and booked into the Indian River County Jail on the misdemeanor charge. He was released from custody on the afternoon of May 24th upon posting $500 bond, and he's been ordered by the judge to have no contact with his daughter. Warden, who works as a chef, is scheduled to be arraigned on June 15th. So he's a chef.
I wonder if he made the pizza himself.
Maybe.
It's possible. I made this pizza for you. I made this pizza for you.
Alcohol notwithstanding, because he was not arrested for drunkenness, shall we say. How did we get here? If someone tells you to piss off because they're not feeling well,
you piss off.
You piss off. Like, what?
Yeah, that's how it works for most of the time.
What benefit is it to anyone for you to be like, I came down here with this pizza for you. You eat it. You be grateful.
Made this for you. Did anybody remember that TikTok?
God.
I am not aware of it. I am far behind on TikTok.
TikTok isn't a thing anymore. Like it's over with.
Yeah,
but the videos still persist.
Yeah, they do.
So pizza under the influence. This guy is that what it is? PIA. Pizza under the influence.
So we've got domestic battery and assault. I don't know if this can be classified as a deadly weapon because it's a food item.
No, it's not.
Or a dangerous implement. I think it's just assault.
I think the only way it would be a deadly weapon is if it was something that he knew she was allergic to.
Oh yeah.
If he threw it at her knowing she was allergic to tomatoes.
Oh, if that pizza had fucking like jalapenos or peppers or shit on it, anything that got into her mucous membranes. Fuck.
Even then, I don't think so.
Even then, it's a little tough.
It's a little bit of a stretch, but even so.
Yeah.
just... Way to put an example to your 20-year-old daughter, sir. Your 20-year-old daughter who's living on her own. At least I think she's living on her own.
Well, yeah, they said her house. So, if that means it's her residence.
Yeah,
that means he's the one at fault. So,
yeah, you come into this woman's home and you come in with pizza. She says, "Fuck off, I'm not feeling well," and you resort to throwing pizza at her. Well done, and you're also potentially drunk as well. Well,
some part of this tells me that, or implies to me that this was like an attempted reconciliation kind of thing.
Maybe,
where maybe but I there's no data to tell me that. But she was living alone by herself. So
yes. Okay, just one more. This story has a bit of girth to it because, in spite of the subject material, this has a lot of fucking drama to it. So, high school yearbook photos. One more thing in the category of who gives a shit about this high school thing. First it was prom, now it's yearbook. You'd have a picture taken, it's in a yearbook, yippity skippity, there you go. You have like 1 inch by 2 inch picture alongside a whole armada of 1 inch by 2 inch photos in a book.
If you're lucky, you get a nice spot where you can put a saying for yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, apart from getting your yearbook signed by people you potentially might not ever see again, because you want to remember those people, yearbooks are just glorified photo albums.
Yep.
I have a feeling they're going to kind of go away here in the next few decades.
Maybe. Regardless, though, there's been a lot of drama regarding one Florida high school yearbook. Because there have been some edits on some female students in the...
I know what this is.
Ah, yes, you're aware. So, let me tell you the tale. Strap in, folks. This is going to be a long one. So, dozens of girls' photos had been altered in the yearbook of a Florida high school. The district is offering refunds, but parents and students said that's not enough. Riley O'Keefe, a freshman at Bartman Trail High School, said she was taken by surprise when she got a hold of the yearbook and noticed her photo was different. There was a black box over my chest, and the cardigan on the side is like moved over, and it looks really awkward, and I was very confused, O'Keefe said. Her photo was altered by the school's yearbook committee, and hers wasn't the only one edited. This is a quote from Elizabeth McCurdy, a sophomore. I didn't think I would have been censored. I thought it was only 1 or 2 girls, McCurdy said. So I went to go look at my picture, and I was appalled to see that I was censored. Here's a quote from Zoe Ianan. I apologize for mispronouncing that if I did. I went through the whole day wearing that shirt, and nobody had said anything to me. Dozens of female students' photos were censored, some more subtle than others. One student's photo was clearly edited to look like she was wearing a sweater in order to obscure her shoulders. Because Lord forbid a woman shows off her shoulders or a little bit of cleavage.
Women been showing off cleavage for a very long time.
Yeah, like, unless... ladies, I apologize if...
This is another... Sorry, guys.
Surprise!
There you are!
Last minute appearance of me. But, essentially, this is something that has pissed me off both when I was in school as a student, as well as when I became an educator for a brief time. And it's something I get pissed off about in the workforce, too. There is always a huge double standard when it comes to women and girls.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are expected to cover ourselves in order to police the brains of our male counterparts, apparently. Because apparently men cannot look either at a grown-ass woman showing 2 inches of thigh, like the 2 inches of our thighs just above our knees.
Yeah, Lord forbid.
Like they can't look at that much skin and control themselves. Apparently, they also
yes, we're apparently useless at controlling ourselves.
And apparently, we go completely brain dead when we see a girl's shoulder or thigh.
And apparently, apparently, it is a teenage girl's fault if her grown-ass fucking teachers and school administrators, as well as her prepubescent or even, fully, and also hormonally driven fucking mentally immature schoolmates look at a small bit of her shoulder, her upper arm, or God forbid, her chest area, and suddenly be filled with impure thoughts. First of all, to the grown-ass men, y'all are disgusting and awful.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are you should not be thinking about that about some little girl. And that's what all these girls in this yearbook are. They're little girls still. So why are you looking at little girls like that and feel you must police their bodies in order to make yourselves not think those things? Y'all are monsters and freaks.
Yep.
Second, for the high school boys doing that, they're fucking hormonal teenagers. They need to be taught by their dads and by others in society that girls shouldn't have to be the ones to fucking restrict themselves just because of your bullshit. You should have more respect, more common sense, and you should not be getting either offended by what a girl is wearing, or going, she can't wear that because it does things to me. So what? That's your problem, not hers.
Exactly.
Get your brain out of the gutter and focus on your goddamn trig.
It really is annoying that we're in such a state, and now we have this fucking shit. Someone pulling out Photoshop and going, I will enforce the school dress code policies.
Yeah, and it wasn't even good Photoshop.
No, it wasn't. Like, allow me to find some photos. Future Trademark, when you're video editing this, I would like to have, like, a sort of, like, slideshow presentation of these fucking Photoshops. Once I actually find all of them, please. Let us start with this one. Now, this one features a girl that is wearing a sort of a gray overcoat and a black shirt. Seems okay, nothing wrong. Then in comes the photo album editor. Then goes, well, obviously we need to put a black bar over her chest area.
No boobs for you.
No boobs for you. This is something that also happened with a girl that was wearing a black shirt with a sort of V cut in the chest area. Just no boobs for you. Not even well done. Like, it cuts into her hair. Like, it goes into her hair.
Yeah, that's some of the shoddiest fucking, like,
yeah, that's not Photoshop. That's MS Paint is what it is.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of like, why do you care?
Why do you care?
There are like pictures, historical pictures, there are pictures probably in your history books of women in hundreds of years long past with more cleavage showing than that.
Yeah. Of course, though, my personal favorite has to go to this grotesque little Photoshop.
Is that the purple number?
I am not aware. What do you mean by purple number?
There was a pale purple blouse or sweater that the girl was wearing. And he basically cut a giant purple wedge and tried to drape it over the side or something.
I found it. There it is.
Ah, there you go.
It's just purple
like,
square.
purple fucking square. Purple fucking square just oddly inserted in here. Whoever fucking tried to goddamn.
No,
I mean,
hang on.
What is that? There's a little notch there on the side. What is that?
Now, hang on. I still have to talk about my personal favorite. I love this fucking edit. This girl is wearing a sort of plaid shirt. It's open in the chest area, of course. So what does the person in Photoshop do? They fucking take one of the sides of the shirt and then they just go, vroom, just stretch it over her. Just stretch it over her. This is awful. This is grotesque. This is fucking
insulting.
Awful.
This is insulting to not only the girls, this is insulting to photo editors everywhere.
Like, we're not here to make fun of these girls. These girls have suffered enough. We are poking fun at the fucking anal-ass photo editor who thought, well, we gotta enforce the school policies. Just fucking stretch.
Where was this again?
This was, I believe...
This was Florida high school, if I remember correctly.
It was a school in the St. Johns County School District. I believe specifically it was a school named Bartram Trail High School.
Ah, okay.
Bartram Trail High.
So while you look that information up, Shirley, I still have more things to talk about, because apparently this school is going to be making some changes after this incident.
Yep, it's in Florida.
Well, yes. The St. Johns County School District Superintendent said that the district plans to make changes to its yearbook editorial process following the controversial decision by a Bartram Trail High School employee to alter 80 photos of female students. 80!
Betcha.
This was because...
Betcha he was a religious nutball.
Oh no, she interpreted these photos to be...
Nutball.
Well, probably, but she also interpreted them to be in violation of the school's dress code policy.
All bullshit.
I think one of the key pieces is not leaving it to any single staff member to make those kind of decisions. So that there's a review process that probably includes either school administrators or other members of the staff to help make sure that those kind of decisions, if in fact we were going to edit an individual student picture like that. Superintendent Tim Forson said. The decision to digitally alter the student photos so less skin was shown without letting the students know about the changes sparked outrage and confusion among students and parents.
Well, okay, here's a big question from me. This is the first time this happened, so this woman has to be a new hire. Or she's had a fucking chip on her shoulder and decided to, like, just throw this into the mix for no other reason than to be a bitch.
Maybe. In either case, this incident gained national attention. It appeared on the Today Show and in the New York Times.
Well, yep. I mean, it is clickbait.
Honestly,
let's not kid ourselves. It's very clickbaity, but it is like this is something that needs to be brought into attention. This level of sexism is still happening, despite what some folk on the right-leaning side of the government, GOP, want you to believe. That yes, there is still rampant sexism in our institutions, and it doesn't just happen to professional women in workplaces that they haven't traditionally been in. It doesn't happen to, adult women. It happens to little girls.
Forson called the incident a lesson learned and said the edits were not intended to embarrass or shame any student.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
That is basically saying we are ashamed of your body.
Yep.
Just because you didn't intend for it to shame anyone doesn't mean that the employee didn't mean to shame anyone. That specific employee probably meant it.
Yep.
I think what we want to do is to be fair to kids and to be consistent about how we look at things of this nature, he added. I think we can do better. Forson also addressed the concerns of parents that the decision to edit the photos will have a negative effect on their mental health.
No shit.
Let's skip along further down to see if there's any relevant information. Because mostly this is about the school going, we're sorry, we didn't mean to. Nope, it's just kind of pretty much talking about the school dress code. In fact, this article says that across the St. John's district, 78% of dress code violations go to female students.
Well, duh.
That's bullshit. That's total bullshit. I mean, that is. The reason they get the dress code violations is because the code is stacked against them.
Yeah, that's because designed against girls.
Yeah, it's just... So long as they're not showing up to school wearing just lingerie, which, 1, ew, and 2, so long as they're not doing that, they should be fine. Like, it's not a fucking nunnery, guys. It's a high school. Shit's gonna happen.
Right, and the point of some point of high school, okay, is that you're giving them you're supposedly doing this, you're giving them a direction towards adulthood, okay? So they're going to push those boundaries, all right? And that's okay. That's what they should be doing as high school students, okay?
Yes.
They should be learning, but they should also be pushing those boundaries. But when you take away anything that is remotely related to how the adult world works, okay, then those boundaries shift and change and they don't know what to do. Okay, so you're basically making it so these people, these kids won't be able to deal with stuff in the real world, okay, because you're giving them a false idea of what is expected in the real world.
And now, get this, folks, and here's also something else that will happen as a result of this type of forced insanity, because we've seen history repeat itself over and over again. When these kids, especially these girls, get out into the real world and find out that, oh, my tiny little high school reality is stupid, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. How do we know this is going to happen? Because it happened in the fucking 60s and 70s and 80s.
Yes. Just loosen up with the fucking dress code. Yeah, keep an eye on things, most certainly, but fuck, you're not making nuns here. You're making semi-functioning, getting out of their teens human beings. You're getting them prepared for the real world, supposedly. So fucking treat them like actual real human beings, people.
Here's the thing. If you're going to do a dress code, okay, do a uniform code. Make them buy the uniforms and do it that way. All right? That's an acceptable thing all around the world. Okay? And that means that those uniforms are usually properly set up so that it doesn't matter whether you're male or female or something. The uniforms are all taken care of. Now, do I think uniforms are a super good idea? No, I don't. All right? But if you're going to inform a dress code, don't dick around with this, okay? You're creating an environment that's just rife with causing problems. All right, make it uniform across the board. All right.
Yeah. Well, with that in mind,
and I can promise you, because I went to a school that had uniforms as a standard. You're not going to be able to enforce any of the dress codes on those uniforms. Kids are going to find a way to fuck with those uniforms and still technically wear them.
This is correct.
Right. Kids always find a way. Teenagers especially.
Right. The point I'm trying to make, though, is that if you do a uniform thing, it is an across-the-board thing.
Yes. Equality, motherfucker.
Well, sort of. Make them all wear fucking pantsuits. Make everybody wear a pantsuit, or a jumper. That at least would properly convey what the school-to-prison pipeline is doing. And I'll leave that rant alone.
Yeah, let's. I think
not even mentioning that the high school I went to was designed by a guy who designed the prisons in my county.
I think on that note, we'll get off that rant.
Let's just move on.
We'll move on to our second music break for the night. Oh, man. Jesus Christ. Where do we go from there? You'll find out in a moment. We'll be right back with Trademark's Trainwreck on Celestial Radio, all Phantom all the time. Except when it's motherfuckers who can't even use Photoshop right. Fucking stretch.
Yeah, but you don't want to use bananas as a doorstop. I mean, because they'll just smush.
And they'll get rotten after a while.
They'll get rotten after a while. Yeah.
Not to mention the peel is always a hazard. Anywho, welcome back to Trademark's Trainwreck on Celestial Radio, all Phantom all the time. It's time to talk about the hardcore material. What better way to start than with a car crash? Thankfully, one where no one got hurt.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like, how bad of a crash we talking here?
Well, so bad that it actually took place at a restaurant that I actually went to once in my life. DUI driver who crashed into Palm Bay Diner claims brakes didn't work.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you never know. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, I have been in that situation.
Yeah, but let's just really examine this situation, shall we? And you'll see why I'm hesitant to believe him.
Skeptical.
Yeah. A man who crashed into a diner while driving under the influence blamed malfunctioning brakes for the crash. Right?
Oh, he was drunk. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, there you are. The clue was in the title of the article, DUI driver.
Yeah, well, we didn't see that.
Actually, he did say it, and I didn't twig on it either, so.
Records show the crash happened at Izzy's Diner on Palm Bay Road around 2:50 a.m. Friday, the week of May 24th. Police said when they arrived on scene, they spoke to the owner of a Jeep who said his friend Alexander Myers jumped into the driver's seat of the Jeep, caused the crash, and then ran away from the scene. Pictures posted by Izzy's Diner show a mess of wood and concrete blocks where the Jeep hit the restaurant. No injuries were reported. And yeah, I do have access to the fucking Facebook post. It looks like a fucking hurricane went through the area.
Yeah, it looks rough.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Here's a quote direct from the Facebook post. Good morning, Facebook. Here's what happened this morning at 2:15. The patrons from next door decided to drive through my window. I am open with limited seating. Thanks for your support, Izzy. Well, at least Izzy's taking it in stride.
At least there, yeah, seriously. I mean, well, he's insurance.
Yeah.
So.
I would have been like fucking Patrick Stewart in the... I don't know where this fucking meme come from, but it'd be like, you motherfuckers are killing all my lilies!
I remember that.
Oh, God, what was that from?
I have no idea.
Now I'm trying to remember what movie that was from.
I have no idea.
I don't think it was a movie.
It's like something. I remember it being like turned into a meme where like Patrick fucking comes out with a gun to shoot into a gopher hole, and before he takes his shot, it cuts to a clip from fucking SpongeBob where SpongeBob's in a hole. Hi, Squidward, want to play?
No, you're right. It was from a movie. It was called Safe House.
Oh.
Okay, I thought it was that because that's the one.
You motherfuckers are gonna kill all my lilies.
Yeah, because that's the one where he's actually got Alzheimer's and he's like an ex spy.
Oh,
and
that makes sense.
He's an ex spy and he's starting to go into
senility?
The first levels of senility, and it's kind of sad.
It is a sad movie, but it's also got some brilliant plot points to it. So it's worth a watch, actually.
I'll take a look into that. Anywho, continuing on. Myers was located a short distance away from the crash, and officers immediately noticed he smelled of alcohol. His speech was slow and slurred, and his eyes were bloodshot. Records show Myers claimed the brakes on the Jeep weren't working, but then refused to answer any more questions about what happened. The brakes didn't work. All right, can you explain it?
No.
He also refused consent to a breathalyzer test. I wonder why.
Actually, I would too. They're horribly inaccurate. It's.
I mean,
Sorry.
even so, even without the breathalyzer, evidence kind of points to, the obvious, which...
Right.
I mean, that's what police did. They arrested him on charges of DUI with property damage, leaving the scene of a crash, and driving without a license.
Driving without a license. Why do people keep doing that?
Because they think they can get away with it.
I understand that. That's
I don't need a license. All I need is to put my foot on the gas pedal and turn. Brake? What about brake? I don't need a brake from driving. Some people...
Sadly, I've met people like that.
Well, again, I'm glad no one was hurt and the establishment is still able to function for the most part. I mean, they got to clean up.
What was that about? What was that about? About he said that his friend was there and then jumped out of the car and ran away.
Let me go back.
Because that part didn't make any sense to me.
Here's the line. Police said when they arrived on the scene, they spoke to the owner of a Jeep, who said his friend Alexander jumped into the driver's seat of the Jeep, caused the crash, and then ran away from the scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he basically got in, gas, then ran. Just fucking booked it. Here's my interpretation of what happened. Drunk asshole got in, did the cartoon thing where they didn't put the car into reverse, and then floored it while looking out the rear window. Then they realized what they did, and then they fucking Three Stooges ran away.
No, I mean to get that kind of damage just from going forward from a parking spot, that's impressive to say the least.
Never underestimate the power of Florida Man, especially when he has his beer. It's a shame. I remember.
It also
it's
depends.
just the physics aren't there.
Well, it also depends on the construction of the building as well.
Yeah,
so.
Izzy's
True,
Diner.
But I reckon.
Go on, Shirley. You first.
I'm looking at the picture here, and I recognize that particular model Jeep. That thing is not very tough, so going at it from a relative distance from across the parking lot, even at full tilt, wouldn't cause that level of damage. It would need to be going much faster.
Anyway, time to move on to the next one. Also involving a crash, and this one a little bit more dramatic, shall we say. Holy fuck, this crash. Car crashes through roof, misses homeowner's bed by just a few feet.
They live under an overpass?
I'm getting some CSI Vegas flashbacks.
The fucking for those unable to see, we are looking at the roof. The roof. I said it in the title, but I'm just emphasizing this is the roof. This is a car sticking out of a roof. I don't know. This is some fucking Dukes of Hazzard shit, but something went wrong.
All right, so here's the really amazing thing. There is a wire fence around this property. It surrounds the yard of this property. This car managed to clip the fence and the tree, miss everything else, and then land nose first into the ceiling, the roof of the first floor of this building. Oh, I know what this had to have been.
Well, let me actually take a look at the article, and you can tell us what happened. This happened the week of May 24th, 2021, when a family in Eureka, Missouri was jolted awake after a car crashed through the roof of their home. Police said that two teenagers had left a graduation party around 1:30 a.m. and lost control of the vehicle while traveling at a high rate of speed. the white Chevrolet Malibu sped down an embankment before getting airborne and crashing through the wall into the master bedroom, landing just feet from the bed. Miraculously, nobody was hurt in the accident. The driver and the passenger were able to exit the vehicle and walked away unscathed. Fucking thank God. Investigators have not determined what...
Wear seatbelts, people.
Yes. Okay, this is surprising. This is a first on this fucking channel. Investigators have not determined what caused the crash, but said that alcohol was not a factor. Officials did not...
Surprise.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
Officials did not release the age or identity of the driver or passenger. Good.
They're underage.
They're underage,
Well, yes, which could explain something. The Eureka Fire Protection District posted photos of the extensive damage caused by the crash on Facebook. And yeah, we're seeing that now. There is a... So, Shirley, what's your theory on this? What happened here, according to your perspective?
Considering I can't see any damage to the surrounding fence line except for that one spot, I also can't see any damage to the lawn next to that spot. I have a feeling what happened is that this kid probably did something really stupid, clipped the curb, and started tumbling ass over tea kettle, hit that tree and that fence, and that was as they were kind of, bouncing the car, nose over ass, and then that gave it just a bit of a lift to flip it up and dive nose first into the house.
Maybe.
I'm chalking it up to the magic of youth.
The magic. Yeah.
That is just why.
Fucking. Yeah, we're graduating. Yee-haw, motherfucker.
Well, it could be graduating or it could be his first time driving. Also, the car is pretty small.
Mr. Weasley got a new car.
Mr. Weasley got a new car. The only problem is it's an automatic. Oh,
So yeah, I mean, again, there's only damage on one part of the fence line. There's no it's a Malibu. Now those things are pretty light. And there's only damage on one part of the fence line there. And yeah, so that's honestly, I believe that's what's happening. The thing was going ass over tea kettle at like an angle horizontally. So like basically, so you had the two sides of the car, and it was going end over end that way instead of end over end horizontally, where it would be like nose then ass, nose then ass. It was kind of like cartwheeling. So when it hit that fence, it was going with enough momentum that hit that part of the fence, ramped it over, and then kind of like sliced into the house. So yeah, that is some impressive shit, I gotta say.
Oh my lord.
Impressive level of fuckery.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's going to be the title of this episode, actually. Now for our penultimate article. We're back to domestic disputes, everybody. We're back to domestic disputes. And I just love the fucking title of this article. In Florida, anything can be a weapon.
Well,
this is
technically anything can be a weapon anyway, but okay.
Yeah. This is another case of if you're eating, maybe skip. Because on May 24th, a Florida woman battered her boyfriend with soiled dog pads during a late-night confrontation that also included the victim getting sprayed in the face with Windex.
Ew.
Investigators say that Ann Walsh, 60, attacked her 64-year-old beau inside the couple's Clearwater apartment Thursday evening. Clearwater. It's always fucking Clearwater. Water is clear, but it only looks clear. It's actually full of drugs.
I won't say why I think Clearwater is bad. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Walsh was arrested for domestic battery and booked into the county jail, where she remains locked up in lieu of $5,000 bond. Walsh engaged in a physical altercation with the victim while he sat on their couch. The retiree took soiled dog pads and threw them at the victim. During a post-arrest interview, Walsh reportedly copped to also spraying her boyfriend in the face with Windex. A judge has ordered Walsh to have no contact with the victim, who apparently was not injured during the dog pad incident. I would certainly hope not, except for some mental scarring. You know, because I would have some issues if someone pelted me in the face with the soiled dog pad.
Did he not clean up after the dog? Is that what this was?
I don't know. So here we go. This is Walsh's rap sheet. It includes several prior domestic battery arrests, all of which involve the man as the victim in the alleged May 20th attack. So this is a repeating issue. But she was not convicted of any in any of these earlier cases. My dude, I think you can do better. Like, seriously.
Don't stick your dick in crazy.
Nope. Christ.
This means you, Nightwing.
Motherfucker, I know what you're talking about.
We're still not gonna give. Yeah, we're not gonna give him any.
I'm not gonna give him any. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He deserves it all.
Yeah. Man, just. Why? Like, I'm glad the weapon of choice was not a knife. But, like, soiled dog pad and Windex?
Someone's been playing Hitman 0.
Actually, no, I think I know what this is. She hit him in the face with a soiled dog pad and then went, "Oh, I'm so sorry, let me clean that for you." Tried to make things better, but then made things worse. I can just see her getting arrested by the cops, and she just went, "Yeah, I did it, but I cleaned it off with Windex."
Contrary to popular belief, and
Windex does not clean up everything.
No.
Correct. Okay. The movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding was incorrect about this statement.
However, I did date a girl back in the day whose grandmother was Greek, and she had a very sizable selection of Greek family members. And she did confirm that they use Windex on everything.
Oh, Lord.
It is what it is.
Just, why? Like, first we got pizza as a weapon, and now we have this. I wish I had more context as to what the flying fuck got these two into this mess. No pun intended. It's like...
At that point, it could be anything.
You really could. Right. How many fucking cases are there with this guy just getting the shit beat out of him by this crazy woman?
Probably more than we really want.
Probably.
You know, and this brings up a good point, okay? Guys can be battered. All right? Guys can be in abusive relationships that they can't get out of.
Mm-hmm.
All right? You know, this is not it's not, a manly man, he should have taken charge or left or whatever. No, it works the same with a male victim as it does with a female victim.
Yeah.
Okay? Often it's worse for the guy because, of toxic masculinity out there. Or why didn't you just put her in her place? Yeah. No, it's stuff happens, people. It does.
Ay. And we move on to our final article at this point. Another instance of rage taking over common sense. And this one comes with a fucking twist because, this goes under the category of escalation. Tampa Bay man shoots at Bananaman during road rage incident.
Bananaman.
Bananaman.
Bananaman. Bananaman.
So I'm just gonna preface this article by saying this. Don't worry, everyone's fine. Because, like, I know when you say, "Oh, someone shot a man," doesn't really have high hopes. But don't worry, it's all good. I've checked.
They shot a man. A banana man.
This was posted May 19th, 2021. This is a story from Pinellas Park, Florida. Hey. Pinellas Park. A Pinellas Park man is behind bars after he shot a man who threw a portion of a banana at his truck following a road rage incident.
My God.
Let's just let the silliness of this article just really sink in for everybody here.
Okay, just, Guy, there's an appropriate level of response to your force.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the police say the incident happened in the 7,500 block of southbound U.S. Highway 19 North at around 8 a.m. on the Tuesday of that week. According to detectives, Peter Sala Jr. became involved in an argument with Robert Lewis while driving southbound on U.S. Highway 19. Following the argument, Sala Jr. drove past Lewis, who was seated inside of his pickup truck armed with a handgun. Police say Sala Jr. threw what is believed to be a portion of a banana which hit the side of Lewis's pickup truck. Lewis, of course, responded appropriately and shot at the truck being driven by Sala Jr., which shattered the right front window.
That is not responding
appropriately.
I know, that was called sarcasm. Of course, that shattered the right front passenger window. Silas suffered a small, non-life-threatening laceration to his leg from a piece of glass fragment that struck him. Lewis has been charged with shooting a deadly missile into an occupied vehicle and criminal mischief. Lewis was booked into the...
Nothing. It's a really odd charge.
Yeah, it's a really odd charge. Firing a missile into a car.
Yeah, I think we could just shorten that to shooting a gun. Like, a deadly missile. Yeah, he called in a fucking missile strike from a submarine off the coast.
I mean, it just basically it's assault with a deadly weapon.
Yes.
Correct. But that's not what they charged him with.
So that's odd.
And that's why it's odd.
We do have a video of a news reporter talking about the incident. We do have a picture of the man. Looks like your standard man, short black hair, beard, mustache combo, wearing the jailhouse orange.
Vaguely reminds me of Carl Urban.
Carl who?
Poor Carl.
Poor Carl, yes.
Éomer from Lord of the Rings.
Dude deserves a lot more than he gets.
Yes. Carl Urban does a lot of stuff. Come on. Show me the victim.
A lot of shit.
Show me the victim.
In either case...
I think the victim was an older gentleman.
Yeah, but that's... I have a sneaking suspicion that this was a melanin problem.
Hey? Oh.
But I can't prove that.
But here's the thing, like, it's from Florida, so that's a weird law. Firing a missile into a moving vehicle? Yeah. That is really complex. Like, why would you need to, like, say it like that?
Yeah, it's...
Just fucking say it's assault with a deadly weapon.
No idea. In either case, Lewis is currently booked into the Pinellas County Jail and currently has a $12,000 bond. My dude, there's an appropriate amount of rage to respond with.
Yeah, there's an appropriate level of response here, guy.
I mean, if the guy, I would maybe question it still, but if the guy threw like a jackfruit through your windshield, okay, and anybody who wants to look up a jackfruit, they're heavy and spiky, okay, I'd buy maybe overreacting and pulling a gun, okay, because that's kind of deadly, all right? as many teenagers with rocks and overpasses have found out. But Banana, what are you fucking?
Yeah, the worst
I
case...
you know I want to say, what are you fucking high? But I'm pretty sure I know the fucking answer. My God.
Yeah, worst case scenario, that banana just goes splat against your truck.
What's the worst? You get out, you wipe down your truck, you drive through a wash. You know, what the fuck? It's America. We pull a gun to defend against bananas.
First Amendment right, motherfucker. Second, I don't give a shit. Anyone who goes fucking First or Second Amendment rights without having the proper fucking context or knowledge and just blatantly yells that out to justify the horrible shit that they do. Anyone who does that, they are dead to me.
Yeah, now here's the good question. Where was the good guy with a gun?
Yeah, where was the good guy with the gun?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I've rarely ever seen stuff like that actually happen. It is actually very rare to see that.
And the last time I heard about it happened, the good guy with the gun got shot and died. So,
to be fair, I actually experienced the good guy with the gun scenario where I was the good guy with the gun.
And
guy walked into my apartment, just opened the door, and just walked straight in. So I picked up my Makarov off the shelf and be like, "Hey, what are you doing here, bro?"
Howdy, hey, can I help you today?
Yeah, he just started like freaking the fuck out. He's like, "Oh God, please don't shoot me!"
yeah, the difference though is that you're trained. Okay.
Yeah.
So you not only have, did you go through situational training? You know, pop up target kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went through situational training. I also went through what's the best way to describe it? Semi-live fire training, where they armor us up and they give us special 9mm filled with paintball rounds, which they hit a lot harder than a paintball because there's actually a little projectile in the shape of a bullet filled with paint being shot with gunpowder.
Right. Yeah, see, and this is one of the things that I've always stated is if you're going to own a handgun, if you're going to own if you're going to go for that concealed carry, okay, and you want to be able to do that stuff, as far as I'm concerned, you should be required to go through training. Yes. All right. Yeah. And I'm not talking about gun safety training. I'm talking about situational training. Okay. Yes. As far as I'm concerned, if you're going to have the responsibility of owning a handgun, okay, you should be trained to do so. And if you fail that training, you shouldn't be carrying it around. Okay? Because if you failed it, you don't deserve it. So.
That's one of the things I've always tried to advocate with and tell people who are all, Second Amendment. I'm like, maybe we should have like classes, like mandatory classes to allow them to have a gun license.
Well, like we have mandatory classes for cars.
Yeah, so. Mandatory classes for cars. Their whole answer is cars aren't, and their response to that is cars aren't a constitutional right.
No. That's
and my eye and my left eye just starts twitching real bad again.
Yeah, but this is a case where if the person had been trained, okay, very likely they wouldn't have responded like this.
Exactly.
Right? Exactly. But it would have been a case where if they had been trained, they either would have gone through the training and failed, okay, because they couldn't respond to the situation properly.
Clearly, they have anger issues. And
yeah, clearly they have they have impulse control issues. There we go. Let's go with that. And or they either would have failed out of the course, or they would have been trained, and then this wouldn't have fucking happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's idiotic.
In any case, I think that's going to be it for this episode of the Trainwreck. Oh, man. Just another fucking carnival of stupidity.
Yep.
Well, that is the Trainwreck trade.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the show we do.
This is the bed. This is the bed I've made, so I shall lie in it. In the meantime, that's it for this episode. With me here tonight, the fangirl was here, but she has ducked out. Also with me here tonight has been RandomGreymane.
Quack, quack, quack. Affleck.
And Shirley.
Guess he was replaced by a Martian. Yeah. People, stop being stupid.
Please. That'll be a glorious day when I can just come on this train wreck and say, I don't have any dumb articles. I can retire. Of course that'll be in the year 2072, where I sound like, I don't have any dumb articles to talk about. I can finally retire.
If I'm still around, I'll be a head in a jar.
You'll be.
Wait, hold on, Trade. I found an article to talk about.
Okay.
Looks like somebody in Florida, a survivor from the Great Purge, decided to do something in Alabama.
Oh, goddamn you! I thought it was free.
I swear to God, guys, I mean, considering how things are going right now and how things have been escalating over the past few decades with Florida, I really do see like a future where the U.S. gets so sick of their shit that they just kind of cut them off, like Bugs Bunny did in that one episode, and just say, "You're done. We have washed our hands of you. Go away." I mean, like there was that episode. There was this whole big storyline in Star Trek Enterprise where this alien race like took this giant space laser and cut a massive swath through the center of Florida, and I was watching this entire thing thinking, yeah, but was really anything of value lost?
Well,
because they targeted Florida.
Well, until that somewhat dystopian future, ladies and
A
gentlemen,
man can dream.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to Trademark's Trainwreck, a show featured on Celestial Radio, all fandom all the time. Our theme song was created by Marivex, and our banner art was created by Court Awesome. You can find their social media, our social media, and the links to all the articles I discussed with my co-host here in the YouTube description below. If you're listening on the YouTube version, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all of that YouTube garbage. In the meantime,
ring the bell icon.
Ugh. My name is Trademark, and good night.
Bananaman does whatever a banana can.